Today I'm just going to be covering the most hated and the most liked version of each NBA player. Let's go. The most liked version of LeBron is in 2016. This was the second year after coming back from Miami. First ever 3-1 comeback in NBA Finals history, and deliver on your promise to bring a championship to your homeland. Me personally, the greatest championship ever was the Raptors championship. But from an unbiased opinion, the 2016 championship, that was the greatest championship run of all time. And we all know the most hated version of LeBron is when he decided to make the decision to move from his homeland to go to Miami and assemble a big three with D Wade and Bosh. Never seen so many fans hate on a player like that. I don't think people were burning jerseys like that before LeBron, at least not to that extent. Damn, that nigga set a world record or some shit. Speaking of burned jerseys, next up we got KD. The most hated version of KD is when he decided to join the greatest super team of all time, a team that he lost to in the previous year, a team he was winning 3-1, choked that lead, a team that already had the greatest regular season record of all time with the greatest shooters on the team, a team that was already the best in the league without him. And the most liked version of Kevin Durant is when he was on the OKC Thunder. OKC, he was the good guy, the underdog, the one that everybody wanted to see succeed, the real MVP. And to be honest, I can't even think of anybody that really hated Kevin Durant when he was in OKC. Just like Kyrie on the Cavs, which was the most liked version of Kyrie. He was alongside LeBron, throwing lobs and shit, game winners in the finals and shit, handles and shit. Even before LeBron, he was that nigga. The commentators used to call him Kyrie, which way did he go? With him shifting everybody and shit. They called him Uncle Duke. They called him the Thought King. The most hated version of Kyrie is him on the Nets. Specifically him on the road on the Nets against the Celtics. Boston hates Kyrie, like really hates him. Like I don't even know why they hate him so much. Of course, he said that he was going to stay and then he ended up leaving, but plenty of players do that. And even franchises, when they trade players unexpectedly, nobody gets on them for that shit. Next up, we got Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, the climax of the hate train, I believe, is when he passed up that layup on Trae Young. That's when I think everything started to decline in terms of basketball for Ben Simmons right there. It was a big moment. It was everywhere. Skits were being made about this. Analysts were coming at his neck. And he was never the same in terms of basketball ever since. And the most liked version of Ben is when he was in his rookie season. People were hyping him up big time. I remember one time there was a cameraman that was filming him in the hallway of an arena. And the cameraman or somebody ended up tripping on some wire. And they were like, Ben Simmons is already breaking ankles before he gets in the league. That was jokes though, I ain't gonna lie. I'm actually a Simmons fan. I like his game when he actually decides to play like his true self. And he doesn't give a f*** about what anybody else thinks. Next up, we got Jimmy Butler. The most liked version of Jimmy Butler on the Heat 2020 with about 40, exhausted, giving absolutely everything he's got. Absolutely carrying the Heat. With many people believing that they didn't belong there. Just pure love of the game. Very respectable. And the most hated version of him is when he had his emo phase. But to be fair, people mostly just thought it was weird though. But we all know the nigga was just trolling. Next up, we got Ja Morant. The most hated version of Ja is when he was on IG Live flexing his guns and club. The first person to try and get out of the NBA, people say. This one go get us in the hood, they said. The next cover athlete of GTA 6, they're saying. John Wick 2, they're saying. Gilbert Arenas 2.0, they're saying. Those were too funny not to say. And the most liked version of Ja, it was before all the gun incidences when he was just playing basketball and reading scripts for the all-time top 75 players list. Basically just minding his own business and reading out tweets like, find your lane and stay within it. It was something like that. Next up, we got Luka. The most liked version of Luka was in the second year in the league because ever since then, it seems like they're holding Luka to such a high standard. Man's just averaged a 34-point triple-double and they're still trying to find excuses on why he shouldn't have won MVP. What else does the man have to do? And y'all want to talk about 5th seed? That's a miracle that they even got the 5th seed. The Mavs without Luka on the court? Not even making the playoffs. And the most hated version of Luka has to be him on the road because he just talks so much shit. If you reached this far into the video, thank you for watching. As always, leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and drop down your thoughts in the comment section below. See y'all niggas later, man. Peace.